All right, everybody, we're live here in the nation's capital, Washington, D.C., the Bennett and Brown, Browner and Bennett, Brown and Bennett, Bennett and Brown show.
Wow, you're in a good mood today.
All right, and we're live here with Tasha Turner. She's the beauty editor of Essence Magazine. Let me tell you something, everyone. We work with people. Tasha, I don't know if you ever see emails from me, but the closing of my emails, my line is always, we work with those who work with us. Mm-hmm. And I'm telling you, I'm going to ask, we need to start some kind of campaign to make sure that every household that is listening, or 60,000 plus folks who listen to the morning show, has Essence Magazine in their houses. Some of y'all need to stop being cheap, going straight to the website and trying to read everything on the website. No, you need to listen. We need to work with those people who work with us.
The stuff on the website is not in the book. It's talking back and forth. We don't have all the information that's in the book on that website.
And that is why it's important, all of you, that you subscribe, because Essence has been a pillar in our community. So we want to make sure that you go out and you get Essence Magazine. And listen, some of y'all, I know what you do. You read it on through the aisles while you're in the grocery store line, then you put it back. Listen, because by the time I get it, it's all wrinkled up, meaning that so many people have already picked it up and went through it. But we want you to make sure that, since we talked about earlier, $1.1 trillion African Americans is projected to spend annually, going up to 2005. We want to make sure that it's important that we take a little bit of that and we give back to people who work with us. All right. Now, that being said, talk to me, Tasha. My first question is, I want to hear all about what happened with the cover. How did everything go down with Gabrielle Union? You know, who did it? One of the questions that the listeners already asked was, how do you pick the artist that's going to do the hair and the makeup and all of that for the cover? So let's get started.
Well, it's a collaboration between us and as well as the talent. You know us black women, we love our hair and our makeup, and we don't let just anybody touch it. So it's a collaboration between the magazine and the artist, and we go back and forth. And most of the time it is talent that they use and that we use and we trust. Because what we don't want to do is get on set, get on the shoot, and find out that this person can't do what we ask and what Gabrielle or whoever that person is, they ask. So it's usually a collaboration between who they use and who we use.
Okay, very good. Now, right now, everyone, you can go to CALANmorningshow.com, and when you click on, in the blog section, Ms. Tasha Turner, you can click on what we're about to discuss, which is the 36 tips. And let me just say this now that I'm looking also on the Sea Island Morning Show at Facebook. Richard and Earl, you all on point this morning. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, so Tasha, talk to me about the surprising beauty tips that we all should know.
Well, some of the surprise, a lot of the tips that we got were things that we knew. So we went, I can say, straight to press with changing a lot of the information and making sure that we got some new information out there. So one of the surprising things is, and I don't think any of us realized that, dry shampoo. I had no idea, and dry shampoo was nothing that I would ever use until one day. You know how our hair gets old, it gets oily, it gets greasy, and I sprayed it, I parted and sprayed, part sprayed. My hair was old. I needed to go out. I couldn't wear it in that ponytail. Okay. And I put a blow dryer through it, and it refreshed it. It gave me 2 good days of flowing free hair.
Oh,
really?
So that was one of the surprises that I had no idea. And as you know, we discussed before, I'm transitioning.
That's
so
right.
It is, it's a hot mess some days. But this was an oily day. I needed to go out to a press event. I looked a mess. I couldn't wear my ponytail. I part and I sprayed and I blew dry, and it gave me 2 great days.
I know that's right. So then let me ask you, so now when you guys come up with these tips, one of the things that I think I'm hearing from you is that the collaboration team will come together and you all will actually talk about things that you have actually experienced.
Yes, definitely. There's no way that we can recommend the tips on the page if we don't try them out ourselves, or if we don't have some of our guinea pigs that I call them try them out.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah, everything that you see here, it's something that we've actually tried as well.
Can I back up a little bit? I know you were talking about the beauty team. We didn't find out who they were.
Oh, our beauty team is myself, it is Marcia Castor, as well as Corinne Corbett. So there's 3 of us that are here.
Okay.
Wonderful. And then on the issue, who did the hair and makeup?
For the
cover.
I'm sorry, for the cover. I am sorry. So the beauty team for
we need to know who your beauty team is. That's your support team. That's fine.
Yeah. I am so sorry. So the beauty team for Gabrielle hair was Larry Sims, and Larry Sims always does Gabrielle's hair. He's a regular for her. And for makeup, we use Sam Fine. And, of course, he is a staple in our community as well as our publishing community, as well as just the beauty industry in itself. So we were down in Miami. It was hot and humid, as you know. Anyone who's been to Miami knows. So it was a challenging day as far as beauty. But I think if you look at the issue, that we pulled it off. It looks great.
Yeah, it looks wonderful. It really does. And they are a couple, right?
They are a couple.
They look wonderful
together. They are engaged.
Are they?
Uh-huh.
Didn't know that part.
They are engaged. They are a true couple now.
Okay.
I had one other question, too. I had someone to send me an email that asked me to ask you, and this is a person that's 19 years old, so she is just kind of like stepping out and trying makeup and doing things for herself, which, you know, is great. But she wanted to know, how do you know when too much makeup, well, makeup is too much? How much makeup is too much? Is that
you want your makeup always to look like it belongs on your face. You want it to look naturally beautiful. You don't want to look like you tried too hard. And sometimes when you look at your face, and if you're putting makeup on, and as a 19-year-old, most of the time you're doing it in front of your mirror, and if you put it on and you look at it and say, wow, that's too much, let's bring it down. And it's okay to bring makeup down. You don't have to cake it on, or you can pile it on because you're trying it, but take that tissue, take your brush, and just bring it back down. And sometimes we have to do that with photo shoots. We pile it on because of the camera, but when it looks too much, we go back and we take a tissue, we take our brush, we take a clean brush, and we just sweep it off. You want your makeup to look like it's naturally there.
Exactly.
And when you add color, and when you're playing with color, particularly if you're 19, I'm sure you're playing with different shades of blues and things like that. Start off light and build. You don't have to start off too heavy.
You know, I think she's probably confused about what to do, because at somebody that age, they're going to emulate what they see on TV. And a lot of times you have to get people to understand that TV is TV.
And then,
TV makeup.
And then not only that, Savin, you should forward that email to me, because first of all, the first thing I would have said is, sweetie, you need to come to the Celebrity Makeup Symposium at the Bennett Career Institute.
Of course you would.
On May 57th. No, I'm going to tell you why I said that, because oftentimes what we found from our great instructors who've been there, and Sam Fine is one of them, who have been there on numerous occasions, a lot of times, African-American women especially, they do not wear makeup because they don't know how.
Yeah.
And one of the things that we have to do is, and this is something that we can also maybe think about in the next hot hair issue, and that is some makeup tips, showing people step by step on how to do certain applications. Because one of the things that you said, Tasha, was really important, and that is that we're looking for flawless looking. People are trying to achieve that flawless looking skin, and they use makeup to help them achieve that look. If you're going around here and you looking like, now, you know, I was in church on Sunday. I went to a Catholic church first. We're going to talk about that at the end of the show, 7. And then I went to a Canaan Baptist church, which was awesome. But one of the things that I find is that a lot of times we cake on the makeup, and some people, Tasha, will look and feel as though that's fine. Yeah. And that is where it comes to 7. What's wrong with you?
I'm listening, darling.
Oh, okay. And that's where, no, because Tasha, you know, I got to watch her, because she, you know, she tries it every now and then, so I have to watch her.
I can't wait to sit there there with you guys.
Yes, I need you to, because once I started talking, she gonna put her head down like, oh God, here he goes again. So let me just, matter of fact, I'll save my stories to the end of the show. Tasha, let's go to another surprising moment. 7 trying, and she don't want me to talk today. That's okay.
No, that's not
No,
it.
that's fine, 7.
I was actually thinking about the second part of the question.
Okay, no problem. Tasha, we're going to move forward. I'll get you later, 7. Talk to us about another surprising tip that you found that you thought would be great for the listeners.
Masking under eye circles with an orange camouflage. There's a black makeup artist. Her name is Herrera. She came into the office with her product. I had no idea. And she showed all of us on staff, of all shades. You know, I'm yellow, and it goes on down to all the shades in our staff. She showed us how we can mask the dark circles, and she pulled out this orange concealer. It's a cover-up. And
Tasha, I'm sorry, stop right there. We got to go to break. I'm so sorry, everybody. But
That's
you
okay.
hold that thought. We'll be right back, everyone. We're live on the C. Allen Morning Show. We'll be right back after these messages.